Make that a promo, please.
Should nobody come on this show without donating?
Yes.
I don't care if it's $20.
Donate.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that. Cool! That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Their ride. I mean, she made these arrangements.
She's not right.
It's like kind of rude if she doesn't make it. Is he coming to pick you up?
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Man, what it do? You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
People, how y'all doing?
Yes.
Another Friday.
Yes, indeedy.
King Porter Forever Friday. And y'all know before I started off what I gotta do. Please give my brother.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Yeah, this the man that holds it down. Mr. Showtime, D the Boss. Check us out every Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
I'm in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
My girl happens to be long distance.
Mm-hmm.
So with that man said,
I beat my thing like it owes me money.
Sorry.
Because I asked that because so many people are not comfortable.
Here's my thing. It's mine.
That's right.
And you need to know yourself before you can have somebody please. If you can't tell nobody how to please you, if you don't know how to please yourself.
That's right.
You know what you like. You know what you like. You know the stroke. All that. So you're right. And I mean,
you are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Yo. Welcome. It's Monday. And you know what it is? Just a bit outside sports radio show. I am your host, Kescia, and to my, I don't know
diagonal?
What to call it. Right. Diagonal. My man Mark, he's always here with me every Monday.
Greetings.
And today, for our draft special, we have a special guest, my brother, my main man, Packer fan, Howard in the building.
Packers all day.
Cheesehead, Gouda. How y'all doing today, man? How's everything?
It's a Monday, man.
Yeah. Y'all been keeping up on the NFL?
Yeah.
Whew. Lots of good stuff going on with your team, Howard.
Well, I'm a realist. Let's start that there before we start the show.
Okay.
Well, I'm a Packers fan through and through. I love my team, but our defense still need to prove this.
Okay. All right, we'll get a little more into that a little bit later on in the show. What you get into this weekend?
Kind of the same thing every weekend. Got my kid, went to the pool.
Yep.
Yeah. Netflix, Marvel's Defenders dropped.
How was that?
It was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, no.
I tell you what,
we got conflicting views here.
Like any show, it starts slow, but in the last episode, there's this hip hop fight that just
yeah.
Once that music hits, you're like, oh, I want to get into it too. Yeah.
Wu-Tang.
All day.
Really?
Yeah, Wu-Tang all day.
Ooh, I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. And it's called Marvel Defenders.
Yeah, it's like the team up of Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Daredevil,
and Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Okay. And you watched it too.
I watched it. I binge watched it.
Yep.
Okay. You said it's just okay.
No, it's good. It's way better than Iron Fist.
Okay.
But Iron Fist does frustrate you a lot.
I heard Iron Fist was a bit of a bust.
To this point, I don't think it was a bust. I think they made the character the way he is to fit what they were trying to do. Mm-hmm. And he is quite frustrating.
You watch Iron Fist?
And yeah.
Okay.
And I think they even played into that in the Defenders, because there's a couple lines where Colleen says, oh, and he'll tell you he's Iron Fist. Yeah. It's just like, I think they heard the fan complaint and just kind of played into it.
Oh, really? Cool. Well, that's kind of cool. Yeah. I think I started watching Daredevil, and then I kind of fell off with that a little bit.
Daredevil was the one to watch.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try to pick back up with that, man. I started watching Power, and then it's like, of course, Game of Thrones. Ooh. Yeah, that's kind of taken over my life. So
one more episode though.
Yeah.
It's just one more episode?
Yes.
That's a 2-hour episode, right?
I don't watch it.
I sincerely hope so.
I thought at least 2 more.
No, it's just one more, dog.
So I think the last one is 2 hours.
I hope it is. I sincerely hope it is. Hey, if there are any Game of Thrones fans out there, yo, shout out what house you down with. Hey, what house you down with, Howard?
I'm not really. I'm Jon Snow.
Okay.
I'm Jon Snow.
He's Team Bastard.
Yeah, Team Bastard.
Hey, man, I'm down with Jon Snow too and House Stark. Yo, those are my people, man. Arya Stark, she's badass.
Whoa,
man.
Arya Stark is scary.
She is a beast. So yeah, that last episode is gonna be a doozy. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. What's going on around town? I guess the biggest event every time.
Well, 2 weeks in a row. To be fair.
The biggest event of the day, you guys, was the solar eclipse.
Yep.
Did y'all watch? Did anybody go outside to watch that?
I was working today.
So yes. Was I.
Right at like the peak time, it was raining anyway. We're at least in White Marsh where I work.
Okay.
Cloudy. Couldn't see anything.
Yeah, peak time. I mean, I was in my office, and a lot of people went outside, and I looked out the window, and it looked slightly dark outside, and I was good with that.
Well, I didn't have any of those protective sun.
I didn't have any either. That was the main thing. Like,
I know a dude that he was looking for them, and he found 8 of them over the weekend. Dropped 150.
Whoa! Just for the one day?
Yeah, and like it's all cloudy, and can't even use them.
Wait a minute, $150?
Yeah, and I even put on his Facebook. I was like, dude, they're like $2 at Walmart or Lowe's or whatever.
Oh my god!
Right?
And
they better bring damn good, like sturdy, real glasses, not the paper things.
You can actually take them to the movies.
So you can have solar eclipse vision. I don't even
At least the next one, we don't have to wait 38 years for. The next one's in like 7 years, I think.
Oh, it is? I thought another one was going to come for like 100 years or something.
No, there's a total one in 2024, I think.
Oh, all right.
But it doesn't go across the U.S. It goes top to bottom.
God willing, I'll have another opportunity to get some glasses.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know. Hey, I think it was an excuse for everybody to take a extra 15-minute break today.
I read something that said like the U.S. was going to lose $700 million in productivity loss.
Get the Who gauged that?
I don't know.
I'm telling you, mathematicians. Who does this shit? Who comes up? That's a good stat,
That's
though. I
crazy.
like that. I know.
I wouldn't even thought about making that a stat at all. Well, we're going to lunchtime and watch the solar eclipse. Our business is going to lose a couple $1 billion. I'd have been like a waste of my day of time.
No doubt. So, in Maryland, we had I think it was called an 80% eclipse. It wasn't like a total eclipse of the heart.
She sang a concert today.
Is she really?
At the same time at the eclipse, singing that song.
Did they set that up?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, Christ! All right. Oh, shout out to the lovely ladies that came on as our guests last week, Miss Kescia Davis and Lynn Robinson, for their Baltimore Black Heritage Week. I went out to Old Town Mall on Sunday for their festival, and they had a lot of vendors out there. I went past Kescia's shop. It's a real nice shop. You know, cut it up with that. They had food. They had entertainers, a couple of local rappers, and a dancer. This kid, his name was Chris. His name was Chris, and I mean, he was like one of the best things out there yesterday. So shout out to all that were involved with the Baltimore Black Heritage Week. You guys did a wonderful job over the past week with all of your events, and hopefully we can, you know, the Just a Bit Outside crew can have a big hand in the planning or participation next week. So, on to the next one. Our WTF moment of the week. It's that time where we all just say, what the... For one reason or another. So, Mark, take it away.
Well, it's kind of appropriate. It's on the NFL draft special here that we're doing. Roger Goodell's contract with the NFL goes through 2019, and they're working out a deal to extend it by 5 years to 2024. Roger Goodell. People thought Paul Tagliabue was like a pushover. This dude... We don't like the Patriots, but if you ask any Patriots fan what they think of him, like, he should have been fired a long time ago.
Patriots fan, Saints fan,
Ravens fans. Can't forget the Ray Rice. You know, he was always inconsistent with his penalties. Like Rice, he gave him 2 games, and then when the video came out, bam, 10 games or indefinite suspension.
Is it? Yeah, that was indefinite.
Yeah.
But one thing you always keep hearing that the owners love Roger Goodell. So, of course, they're going to give him an extension. I mean, if the players had anything to do with this, it probably wouldn't happen. But the owners love him. So, what are you going to do? I mean, aren't they the ones that voted on giving them the extension or not?
Yeah.
And, you know, when you think about commissioners, and I'm not just talking about the NFL, I'm also talking about, like, baseball and basketball. You know, it's funny that you say, well, not really funny, but a coincidence that you say that the owners love Goodell. I think out of all of the commissioners, he is like the least player friendly. You know, out of all the commissioners under different sports. I mean, my thing with him is his inconsistencies.
Yes.
Okay, for one, and then you know, I watched that Concussion movie with Will Smith.
Yeah.
Did either one of y'all see that?
I didn't watch it.
I haven't seen it yet.
No.
They did not paint a pretty picture of Roger Goodell in that movie.
I'm sure.
I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but you know, pretty much what I got from it was, you know, Goodell knows what's going down with CTE.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? All the effects, how, the severity. But, it's, you know...
I think you forget, again, he works for the owners. Now, the owners were probably like Jerry Jones. He didn't believe in the concussion research. And he was a vocal one. Then it was other owners who was like, okay, well, this comes out. I got to pay millions, maybe billions of dollars. So I'm pretty sure as a business, it's smart. I'm not saying it's right.
Right.
But it's smart to say, okay, well, prove it. Like, oh, yeah, I read your research. Now prove it. Yeah, okay, you proved it. Now we got to go to court. Okay, now until the judge says we have to do it or actually believe it, prove it again. So as a business, you knew that was going to happen. You know, as morally, and you look at some of these older players who were just struggling. Like, I forgot that I had to get up and walk down the stairs this morning. Or I can't get out my bed. Like one of my favorite linebackers of all time, Junior Seau, took his life.
Yes.
Yep.
For what? Then, you know, it was prove a point. I have an issue, take my brain and research. So it's a lot of levels and complexities that came from the whole research in the movie, but his job is to protect the league until you can't protect it anymore.
As Howard said too, it's a business, and under the Goodell era, they've struck the richest deal in sports. What was it, $7 billion TV deal that they had?
Yes.
Yeah, I was just reading it.
The owners, obviously, they love money, and Goodell's giving them to them.
$14 billion for the 2016 season, and has publicly set a goal of reaching $25 billion annually revenue by 2027.
Wow.
And they got him.
Money
extended through 2024.
Money talks.
Yeah, and you know, he's expanded the market. He started doing those games over in England. I mean, he is a wonderful businessman, and you know, obviously deserving of his extension. I just question the man's morals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's my thing.
Oh, you know, sometimes I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but it's hard to give them that because they totally got situations wrong, and they were always going back to fix the situation. So the Ray Rice issue, you know, that was a fix. Like, oh wow, that video gone out. Yeah, you gotta go now because you're untouchable now. You're now messing up our money.
Right.
So you gotta go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think you and your wife did all these great things to show about abuse, and they won't let him back in the league. They won't give him a chance. Not even make a team because he's toxic.
Right.
No matter what, he's always going to be the right hook guy.
Yeah, the story's going to follow him. Yeah.
But Ray Rice owned up to it.
He did.
Then there's guys like Greg Hardy who beat the holy hell out of his wife. Far beyond whatever Ray Rice did.
Jerry Jones was behind that.
Oh, yeah.
Evil Jerry Jones. We talked about this.
No, but you're right. But you got the kicker from the Browns who said, hey, yeah, I smacked, I verbally abused my wife all the time. It's all good. It's all good, baby. Let me go kick these field goals. But, you know...
hold up. That's that music. Hold that thought. Howard he's settled in already. Look, you guys, when we come back, we're going to get right into some MMA talk, some boxing. It's a big fight going down this weekend.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what fight you're talking about.
Just a bit outside. Y'all don't go nowhere.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange radio show.
So you're your biggest asset. You have to practice self-care. Every entrepreneur has to practice self-care. You have to release yourself from toxic situations.
Explain to us real quick, what is a toxic situation?
A toxic situation is something that will control your mind, something that hurts you, something that you have to battle. You know, toxic, hurt. If you're in a toxic situation, if you get hurt, if you get pain, if you get struggle, right? And if your spirit does not align correctly, that may be a toxic situation. So when I say you make that jump when your values don't align, you make decisions based on your values. And if those decisions don't align with your values, then that's when you say no.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. live on BigExposedRadio.com.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Hey, what's up, good people? It's the man you all know and love, E. Digger. Make sure you check us out every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Couple minutes left in the segment.
Sure.
Change is good.
Yes.
Knowing when to make that change in your life. And I think it's important that you know a strategy. You know where you need to go. But change is good. Everything don't stay the same.
Right.
And if you're a person, especially for old people, that can't accept change, then it's kind of hard. Right. I was going to a church. I'm gonna make this real brief. I was going to a church that could not. Some older members. I attended the second oldest black Presbyterian church in the country. That's one. And why are you laughing?
Yeah, it's bad that you even knew that.
And that's a soundbite. Yeah. So
thank you, Eric.
we would play certain music, and we implemented a lot of equipment or instruments like drums and piano, and the style of singing changed. And two people out of the congregation, after the...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
What up, and welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us. It's Monday night, just a bit outside, sports radio show. We have added a young blood to the panel today. We got my youngin' Jeremiah in the house, resident NFL expert. He's ready to chop it up with us on a fantasy football tip. We have a couple of comments already. Sandy, one of our favorite viewers, says Roger Goodell is a total waste of air, and I agree with you.
Yep.
I agree with you. He is a sorry individual. Mike McMillan said he didn't see anything but the clouds today. Brother, I don't think you're the only one. So don't worry about that. And Justin. Anybody know Justin Lewis?
Nope.
Justin, hey, what's up, guy? How you doing? Thanks for joining us.
He's new like me, huh?
Hey, keep on watching, man. We appreciate you. So, this time around, this week, we're going to do our Reel on Wrestling a little bit early today since we have our NFL Draft special. So, Mark, what's going down with the Reel on Wrestling?
This week, yesterday was WWE SummerSlam event, their biggest show of the summer. There was some stuff that went on. A lot of new champions were crowned, but like the main titles, they didn't really switch hands. Brock Lesnar, everyone expected him to lose because they said he was going to go back to UFC. And even on the air, they said if he loses the title, he's leaving WWE. 4-way match, he ends up winning. So now it's kind of like, is he really going to go back to UFC? I mean, he already went into the ADA anti-doping regime.
Right.
So there's definitely a return on the horizon, but maybe WWE's going to make him wait out his contract, which runs through WrestleMania, which is like April.
And who was that called out Brock Lesnar?
John Jones.
Right. We were all just talking about business, right?
Yeah. That is business. That's going to sell.
Right.
John Jones a monster.
Exactly.
But Brock Lesnar could take a couple of punches.
Oh yeah.
He can eat them punches.
I think that's more. Let me ask you guys. Would you think it's more marketable getting Brock back into the UFC? Possible John Jones.
But who else is for John Jones to fight right now? So it makes sense. It's a moneymaker. Brock Lesnar is still a big name. Bring him in. Let him go at it.
Yeah.
What do you think, Mark?
And Jones just came back himself, so it's not like they'd want to have Lesnar do a fight or anything to reintroduce him.
Right.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not rushing it for like November, which was originally the idea. But, I mean, these two, they're definitely destined to clash.
I think they probably make a little bit more money on it. Have Brock Lesnar come in, fight someone else, pump it up, and say, hey, he went through so-and-so to get through John Jones. I think that's how it's going to sound. Yeah, Brock Lesnar's back. In this fight back, he destroyed so-and-so. Here comes John Jones.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think that would be a good match, though? I mean, John Jones is just so good.
Brock Lesnar is not in his prime anymore as far as UFC goes. He had the diverticulitis, which is why he retired in the first place. He did UFC 200 last year, or was it last year or 2 years ago?
I think it was 2 years ago. It's been a while since I've seen him fight.
Last summer, because we're at like 214 right now. But he's not the fighter that he used to be. So I would be surprised if he could last long with John Jones.
Like if he can eat them punches to get his hands on John Jones, I think that would be his best plan, because he's not fast enough for John Jones. He's big. He's a big guy. And John Jones, hands, legs, feet, elbows, he can throw it all from any angle. So if he can eat them punches and grab him, and other thing about that, you got to remember, John Jones can still wrestle too.
Yep.
Yes, he can.
So I don't know. Brock better eat them punches and grab him.
I don't think it'd be much of a fight.
He's not known.
I don't watch wrestling.
Oh, you don't watch?
This is MMA.
UFC?
This UFC right here. Oh yeah.
I like Silva.
Anderson
Silva. He's one of the greats.
Yeah. I like the Floyd Mayweather fight.
All right. Well, we'll get to that in a second. But that's our very next topic. Is anything else going on with wrestling?
Like I said, SummerSlam happened. Lots of new champions crowned. The Usos beat the New Day, which is kind of a shock for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Let's see. We had Shinsuke Nakamura. He was facing off against Jinder Mahal. A lot of people thought Shinsuke would get the nod to go ahead and become the new WWE champion. But WWE's sticking with Jinder. They're really pushing for the Indian audience. 1.3 billion people on a subcontinent. You want that audience that you have a new TV deal with to tune in. So they're sticking with Jinder, and Shinsuke, he'll get his time.
Make that money.
Yeah. Like the NFL.
Right, right. So let's get into the big event of the upcoming weekend.
Still don't have any idea what you're talking about. I don't watch TV.
If you are living in some cave, sewer, under a rock, I don't know if you don't have...
You still gonna hear about it.
Right. Any type of media or network, I don't know how you don't know that this is, going down this weekend. So Saturday, Las Vegas. Is it at the T-Mobile Arena?
Yep.
Yeah, it is. It is. All right.
Remember, they pushed out Ice Cube.
Right. They bumped the Big Three tournament. So we have, this is a fight that a lot of people are really looking forward to. Finally, Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. It is finally going down. Floyd is the heavy favorite, as to be expected. I believe the money line is like minus 550.
Wow.
So you'd have to put up a nice bit of change to see some type of return. And conversely, if you, I don't know, bumped your head or drank enough, you think McGregor is actually going to win this fight, go ahead. Put some money up. He's plus 375, which yields a very nice return, ladies and gentlemen. So, those are your odds for you right there. Gentlemen, I guess we'll just do like a little round robin. We'll start with Young Blood. Jay, so who do you think is going to win in how many rounds?
I'm going to say Floyd in about the 6th round.
6? Floyd in 6.
Floyd 6th round.
Mark.
I've said it before. I want Conor to win just so that Floyd gets a blemish on his record. But there's no damn way. I'm going to go with Floyd, and I'll say 7.
It's going to go the distance. It's a Floyd Mayweather fight. He's going to... I think he wants to teach a lesson. I think he truly wants to teach a lesson like, stay in your lane. I know what you can do over there, but don't come over here. Respect what I do, and you will learn today. So it's just one of those things. I mean, if you're a boxing fan, no matter which way you go with Floyd, the man is a magician. He is a master. He is skilled, and McGregor is a brawler. He is a fighter. He is a MMA fighter.
Okay.
And he has speed. He has some hands, but you're not a boxer.
Right, you're not a boxer.
You don't have that skill level that these boxers have. Now, I'm not going to say you don't have a high level of skill on what you do, but it's a different ball game when you get in the ring with a boxer. So if you're getting tagged, you can't take him to the ground, and he's going to get hit. I mean, Floyd's speed is still unbelievable. It may have dropped off a tad, but if it's just dropping off a tad, it's still way above average or excellence when it comes to speed. And he's going to make McGregor miss all night long. Unless McGregor Sugar Shane Mosley. Because Sugar Shane Mosley called him that day. To this day, I get a laughter when I talk about that Sugar Shane Mosley caught him. Because Floyd was fighting. I'm like, yeah, we're going to stand in the middle of the ring, go toe-to-toe. Mosley hit him like, hold up, son. Nah, we ain't fighting this way no more.
We weren't used to that.
Yeah, we ain't fighting this way no more. I'm going back to Floyd, and I'm just going to box you to death, and we're going to go the distance and call it a day, and I'm going home to get my money.
Right.
But a lot of people talk about Mayweather's speed, but he does have power. He has 49 wins, 27 by knockout. So he can knock someone out.
Right.
But I want to pose the question. Nevada State Athletic Commission approved switching from 10-ounce gloves to 8-ounce gloves. What difference does that make?
Conor McGregor's face is going to be tore up. I don't even like... Okay, well, hold on. We hit shots fired. That's what we do. Hold on. Let me just give my prediction really quickly. I'm also going to go with Floyd. I said 5 rounds, okay? Because, and this is why I say 5 rounds. There is a lot of pride going into that ring.
Yeah, McGregor crossed the line a couple of times.
Yes he did. Yes he did. And like, kind of to piggyback off of what you said, Floyd is going to want to prove a point, and Floyd is going to want to have that you going to learn today moment. You know what I'm saying? And okay, so in MMA matches, what do they go, 3 or 5 rounds? 3 or 5?
Depending on the if it's championship, 5 rounds. If not, 3 rounds.
Okay, and those rounds are 5 minutes.
Yep.
All right. So you got a boxing. Boxing goes 12.
3 minutes each.
3 minutes each. All right. So that's roughly about 11, 12 minutes of extra activity. A normal boxer is used to going to. Will fatigue play a factor? I don't think so. Round? You don't think so?
I don't think fatigue is going to play a factor because these are professional athletes. No, let's be real. They are professional athletes. And I think McGregor, like I said, he's not as skilled enough to be a boxer, but his preparation, I'm going to go is top notch.
Yes. He got some good trainers.
Yeah, he's not going to come in there half ready. He's going to come in there on top, as much as on top as he can be. So he's going to be in shape. He's not, I mean, it doesn't make sense for him not to be in shape. So he's going to be in shape. And, MMA does have a lot more ongoing action sometimes. So I think he's the time. This is not going to be a big problem with him. It's just going to be the class level. Because I don't want to keep calling it skill level. Because I think McGregor is a skill fighter. But it's going to be a class level and a different type of fighting.
Right, I feel like.
Go ahead, no.
I feel like McGregor might put up a challenge because he used to getting kicked to the face, elbows, everything. Floyd just used to getting fists. So McGregor used to all of the above. But Floyd, he too quick, so he gonna dodge. I think he gonna knock him out by a counter punch. Because McGregor not gonna see it coming because Floyd's too quick. Like if you see McGregor fight, he's also a quick fighter. But if someone tag him good enough, he gonna feel it. That's how Floyd's gonna get him. That's how I feel.
Let me ask y'all another question, and this came up over the weekend when I was hanging out with some of my homeboys. All right, by McGregor being an MMA fighter, right? So he's used to kicking, kneeing, you know what I mean? Like this gentleman just said, all of the above. How easy or how hard is it to turn that switch on or off?
It's going to be difficult. It's going
What's
to be
to say, right? But what I'm saying is, what's to say he don't catch a combo and then want to come up with a knee? You know what I mean? As a knee jerk. I mean, I'm just saying.
It's instincts. Boxing, fighting is instincts. Fighting is training and instincts. You train to hone your instincts, and I think that's going to be a hindrance for McGregor. And because he has to be cognitive to remember. Don't throw that. Nope. Don't go for the legs. Right. Don't shoot. So you gotta. He's gonna, and I think that's also going to like kind of mess with him to me because you're taking instincts away from a fighter. For him to use the knee, use his foot to shoot, take you down, ground and pound you, and he just gotta He has to. He has to finish that. Oh no! And he may shoot. Oh my God! I tried to shoot. I had to remember I can't do that and then get caught. So it's. I think there's a lot of things that's hindering McGregor in this fight, other than just him fighting a boxer.
Some good stuff.
McGregor, I feel like I'm gonna give him a challenge because Floyd, in his interview, he said like he was doubting himself to me. Like he talking about
Floyd doubt himself?
Yes, watching the interview on YouTube. Yes, he was doubting himself. Because not only he's arrogant about what he does, but this time he like, if I lose, it's for my family. I just want to take care of my family. That's the way he had a good mindset. But since when Floyd feel like he doubted himself because he's facing an MMA fighter?
I don't think I've ever heard Floyd say, "If I lose."
Yeah, that's just. I have to watch the interview. That's just amazing. But either way, you think about it, all the money is. I mean, they're going to get a big purse. I mean, look, that's not every fighter that Floyd fought. They got a good purse.
Oh yeah.
But most of the money is going to Floyd.
Hell, pay-per-view is $100.
Yeah. So that money's going to Floyd. So maybe that's what he's talking about. You know, Floyd, phone money and all that other stuff. So you know, it's he's always going to take care of his family. What level of take care of your family you talking about? Everybody gonna walk around the house in Gucci flip-flops? I'm just saying. I mean, his son got a Bentley, his mother got a Bentley, his daughter got a Bentley. You know, they have Bentleys just to drive down the street to the mailbox. I mean, what the type of level you want to take care of your family? I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody's living quite well right now.
Absolutely.
Well, I want to pose a question then. I haven't seen this interview. I really want to check it out now.
Me too.
But we had that tour a couple months ago where they went over and, Floyd like took the backpack out and was throwing money around. And then we have the leaks of Magnanelli, or however the hell you say his name, knocking out McGregor. And then in the last week, I saw a video leaked of Mayweather getting knocked down in sparring practice. We transitioned this from wrestling, which is entertainment. How much of this that we're hearing and seeing from them, these videos and that interview, how much of that is them just maybe trying to psych out the
100%.
100%.
100%.
I think it's making those leaks are making this more interesting because you still have your like me, like man, I am not paying $100 for this fight. I am not paying $100 for this fight. But I'm like, man, but I really want to watch it. But then you start seeing those leaks like, I remember that fight. I seen that, or I heard about that, and you know, oh wow. But when you're boxing and sparring, I don't care if you're a star or not. You get a guy to spar with you. That's going to give you a challenge. That's why you pick him to be your sparring partner. So if you get hit and you go to a knee, it's called training. You train to get better. So you're going to fall, you're going to get down, and you learn like, okay, I got to make sure I throw this up when he throw that hook, and remember to keep my chin tucked.
Made perfect.
Yeah. So you're going to get knocked down. You're going to, but that's what practice is for.
Hey, so you are not getting the fight. Are you getting the fight?
I'm not going to buy it because, like, I don't have cable because I'm a cord cutter. But there's also Buffalo Wild Wings or Hooters or someone's going to show it.
Yeah. What about you, young blood?
I'm going to my homeboy's house.
Yeah, I'm going to my homeboy's house. Damon. Can't wait. Tell the wife, have the wings ready. All right. Hey, Eric, how many more minutes we got, bro? 10? Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, we're just carrying
All right. Well, we just went 9. Okay, so what we're going to do is now we're going to get right into it. Okay, so today is our first annual Just a Bit Outside NFL Draft Special. And yes. It is, we are very excited about this. We had the fellas come on to talk about their top picks for the draft at each position, and we'll do a few sleeper picks here and there to get you ready for, if you haven't drafted already, for an upcoming draft. And hopefully, if you did draft already, you did not make the mistake of drafting Anquan Bolden.
If you draft Anquan Bolden anyway, you may want to think about your drafting skills. But you know, in some deep leagues that happens because Anquan Bolden, he does PPR leagues. He's going to put some points up because with the Lions last year, he had a decent year, especially one of them weeks where you need a receiver. I really need a receiver. I just needed him to give me a couple of points.
Hey, man, I mean, the league that I drafted in yesterday, it's a deep league. It's 12 teams, PPR team. Somebody drafted him. I can't remember who it was. I ain't going to put you out there, whoever it was. But somebody drafted him, and the draft was at 4:30, and I think it was like 7:30 in a group text. This girl sent a text message like, Anquan Bolden just retired. And everybody is just like dying laughing.
That's an early draft, though. I would think that people don't want to draft till at least close to the last preseason game because you may pick a guy that last preseason game ACL'd out. That's dangerous to draft this early.
Yeah, and I feel like this year, like, injuries was just on 1,000. Yes. Do y'all agree?
I think they're on the same pace of injuries.
I don't know, man. I feel like
maybe because y'all Ravens fans, Ravens fans caught a lot of injuries this year.
We did. But I really feel like it's been like almost every day somebody of significance is gone down, and I mean not with like little tweaker injuries, like major injuries. Do you think that's a result of conditioning, or?
I think it's a little bit of both, man. The conditioning, the change of practice style, it was put in place to protect players from injuries, less hitting, less so. But it seemed like it's not really making a difference, But that's when some analytics we probably had to pull up from the NFL to see injuries actually increasing or decreasing, or even if we're getting the true statistics of injuries, because sometimes injuries aren't reported a certain way. Are you hurt or are you injured?
Right.
So.
Right. Dig it. So, all right. So you guys ready to discuss some of y'all's top 3 picks at each position?
Sure.
We might as well start. Well, let's do this first. How about we just do a quick round robin on who you would draft number 1 overall. Let's start with Howard.
Oh, overall. Oh my goodness, overall. Man, I got 2.
Okay.
You go with David Johnson or Le'Veon Bell.
Okay. David Johnson of the Arizona Cardinals. Running back. Le'Veon Bell of the Booty Steelers. Running back.
Yeah, been in fantasy.
Yeah, he's a fantasy monster. But then I still won't allow me to like him. Still.
In fantasy, you gotta bite your tongue and bite your heart.
Oh, yes, I did. I mean,
and pick them winners.
I took Tom Brady yesterday in the draft, so and I hate that Bama. Okay. Mark, number 1 overall.
You know, I'm going to go just a bit outside.
Go ahead.
LaShawn McCoy.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick.
Running back
I like
with the
that.
Bills. And, you know, they traded away, God, what's his name? The receiver.
Sammy Watkins.
Sammy Watkins, yeah.
For Matthews.
Who was arguably Tyrod Taylor's number 1 option.
Yes.
And then the guy that they got in, from the Eagles, he's injured with a sternum issue. He's not going to be ready to go until the first game of the season.
Yeah, he'll be ready to go first game of the season.
And it seems like they've almost set up Tyrod Taylor to fail. So they're going to definitely look for LaShawn McCoy more.
But I think that was a business move because Sammy Watkins is a beast, but you can't be a beast if you're not on the field.
Hey,
Yeah.
true that.
Yeah.
True that. He's
Man,
had
that was
his
their
problems
first
with
round
that.
pick, and he still has the same
Yeah.
foot injury.
Yeah, he's
you have to, for a while, you got to go,
Agreed.
I got to let you go, homie. I love you. I got to let you go. I got to rebuild now. Because, the Bills pretty much, you can call them in a rebuilding stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Jay.
I'm following the draft.
Number 1 overall, though, who you think is the best player, and who would you take
In fantasy.
in fantasy? Who would you pick first?
Go with your heart.
I'm gonna pick the second string quarterback for the Patriots.
Garoppolo would be your first round pick?
Yeah.
Not Tom Brady?
No.
Oh, that is bold.
Why is
That is
right,
outside.
That is a bold choice.
I would, because he's a Tom Brady. I want somebody, in my opinion, somebody that's not too much advanced, because he's new, and he can. I seen him perform in preseason. He's pretty a good athlete, and I like what he does. That's why I would pick him.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go just a bit outside of all these guys. My number 1 pick overall would be Antonio Brown.
That's not outside, because that was my first pick last year.
Outside of y'all, okay. But, I mean, it is a pretty popular pick. But to me, his and I'm going to talk a little bit more about him when we talk about wide receivers. I mean, he's another just fantasy stud. Will guarantee you 10 or more points every game, consistently. So, so that's our quick round robin on our number 1 overalls. If you have a difference in opinion, please comment on the thread, and we will definitely talk about it. Fellas, let's talk quarterbacks. So, I think we might have a very varied opinions when it comes to these top 3s, because
Shoot your shot.
all right, so what we're going to do is I guess we'll go around for our number 1. Who is your number 1 ranked quarterback?
Shoot your shot, Keish. Shoot your shot.
Dude, I mean, seriously, honestly, how can you go against Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Easily.
Okay. We already, when we introduced him, he let y'all know what it is. So we already know who his number 1 quarterback is. But to me, I mean, Tom Brady, he is coming off of a Super Bowl win. I mean, the man is already favored in Dallas.
He's the GOAT.
In Vegas as the NFL's MVP for the 2017 season.
Nah.
And he's 40.
Yes, and he's turning 40, and he still got it. And for real, one of my favorite moves in the NFL offseason was them bringing Brandon Cooks.
That was the dopest move all year.
Yes.
Dopest move all year. Because
yes.
Cooks fit their system so well, and he can do so many other things. I was sitting there thinking, like, NFL, why'd y'all let this happen?
NFL, New Orleans.
Well, New Orleans, they needed draft picks. They needed to rebuild, and Cooks was their biggest chip. But still, you couldn't find anybody else. I'm just saying, why the Patriots, homie? Why?
Yeah. So, like I said, that was my favorite move in the offseason. Excellent pickup for the Pats. And, I'm pretty sure Brandon Cooks will be Tom Brady's number 1 target. I mean, his first completion in the preseason was to Brandon Cooks. So,
you got Edelman. Edelman is still going to be that guy.
Yeah,
he's still going to be that guy. But Cooks, he's just going to make it so much worse. Oh, oh man, because their other receivers fit the system well.
Yep.
Cooks fits the system, and he goes beyond the system what he can does. He has the speed that go over the top. Edelman is good, but he doesn't have the speed to go over the top.
Exactly. Hold that thought. We're gonna come back to that. Y'all don't go anywhere. We're gonna continue our quarterback discussion, and then we're gonna get into a little running back. So it's just a bit outside draft special tonight. Me and the fellas giving it to you.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
It's Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles, right?
Hip Hop K, check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
Coming to y'all soon.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show.
I'm just thankful this year I've dealt with, some growing pains, and I've overcome some things, and I've also, accomplished some things in the process. I've learned some things. Like,
yes.
I've learned I learned that everybody loves your work until they got to pay for it. That's what I learned. That's what I learned. I learned everybody loves what you do.
The pay?
I mean,
not always.
Listen, the Bible says money answereth all things.
Well,
okay, and there is a place. There is a place where finances is necessary. And when you got kids, and when you got a wife, and then you doing everything, and you top dog at what you do, especially when you weren't in the same place like with this radio show. You ain't in the same place you were a year ago. Should nobody be coming on the show and not donating to your show?
Can you say that on my show?
Should nobody be coming to your show?
Can you say that in the middle of the live?
Yeah, make that a promo, please.
Should nobody come on this show without donating?
That is a nice commercial.
I don't care if it's $20.
Donate.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
I had got drunk one night. This is the night that I put my head through the window and everything.
Why would you do that?
Now, I was sitting on the floor.
All these stories always involve alcohol.
They do. I was sitting on the floor, and my drink of choice back then was vodka and orange juice.
Ooh,
it's still my drink of choice, but I don't drink it as much.
I was a 151 kid, straight up.
I love vodka, especially when it was...
that rubbing alcohol. What brand?
Back then I was hooked on Absolute.
That was the best at the time.
And Pinnacle was like number 2 and stuff like that.
Because they didn't have what's the new one that came out? Yeah, what was the new one?
Ciroc, vodka, and
no, the other one. Who is real smooth? New Amsterdam. New Amsterdam came out, and it was so.
And Grey Goose. Grey Goose was out at that time too.
See, I didn't drink. I told you 151. That was my.
Yeah, Grey Goose vodka was one of the ones because I loved the bottle. Because you can light it on fire. The bottle was hot. It was that shaded, that shaved glass.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I was sitting on the floor, and we was talking about something. I don't even remember what we were talking about. All I know is I was bust out laughing. I got ching, ling, 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 glass everywhere. I wouldn't cut it all though. I had to.
Because you had your bun.
Actually, I didn't. I didn't have any hair back then.
Oop.
I don't remember. I don't think I did.
And you ain't cut your hair?
Nope. I was just fine. I was like, oh, your glass broke, and it was winter, dead of winter.
Check more of these funny moments out when you tune into BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice Products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Just a Bit Outside on BeExposedRadio.com. We thank you each and every Monday listening to us on the TuneIn app or Radio Loyalty app. There's also Facebook and YouTube that you can watch us live any time of the week, on demand. Check us out. Tell your friends. Post a link. give us a call, 410-702-5657. And we want to thank DJ Delight, Mike McMillan, for those awesome tunes going into the show, going out of the show, into break.
Man, that beat is dope. I'm sitting here like, hold together, Howard, hold together. That beat is dope. I'm saying, hold up. Hold on. I'm on a live video show. I can't get too lit out there. But that beat is definitely dope, man. It make me want to start rapping, and I can't even rap. I'll start stuttering on you real quick. So yeah, man, that beat is dope. If y'all hear, to all my rap fans, Vendel, if you hear this beat, man, you gonna be like, you gonna start bobbing your head like, all right, I'm about to go lift to this right here. So yeah,
my favorite is the one that leads into commercial.
Yeah, I'm telling you, is every beat. Like I'm sitting here, I'm trying like, all right, I'm gonna guess, but don't.
Hey man, it's all right. Let your hair down, brother. Let your hair down.
So we do have some O's action tonight. Orioles are hosting the Oakland Athletics. Bottom of the fifth. O's 6, A's 1.
Get out of here. Okay.
Man, Machado was like super red hot right now, man.
Machado.
Man.
Good.
Like super red. He was slumping after the All-Star games, but man, he came back in a big way, man.
Friday.
Like, O's better pay that man. I mean, I'm not even a serious O's fan, but if y'all don't pay him, I hope the Atlanta Braves pick him up because dude is fire. I mean, I'm a fan. Atlanta Braves, we need a third baseman. I like my whole team, but Machado's is the man. Hey, I'm gonna keep it real.
You have to be uninvited.
Now, Friday, they were celebrating 25th anniversary of Camden Yards, and Machado, he hit a grand slam walk-off home run.
Yeah. How sweet is that?
That's like an instant.
Thank you.
You know, Sports Center moment, top 5 moments of Camden Yards right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And what's funny is he's only been in the league about 3 years now.
Yeah.
And you can't even tell. Like, the boy's been bad since he got in the league as a rookie. Like, he's Alec Rodriguez without the Alice Rodriguez. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, he's likable.
True that.
All baseball players, all professional players have a swag and a sort of smell themselves. But I bet you I could see him in the bar. I'm like, hey, man, can I buy you a drink? He'd be like, nah, bro, let me buy you a drink. I make millions.
Oh, absolutely. That's one of my favorite things about the Orioles. We are a blue-collar team. You know, we really aren't that flashy kind of, ooh, look at me, or I got to be out there kind of players on our team. But we'll hold that for later on in the show if we can get the baseball because, I mean, we are just kicking it on the football tip. And let's continue that discussion. When we left off, we were talking about Tom Brady and the Patriots and the acquisition of Brandon Cooks. And I just want to say one more quick thing before we move on to the next quarterback. The thing about Brandon Cooks. The Patriots have not had that kind of... you can say whatever you want about Edelman. I don't care. They have not had that marquee kind of... like wham.
Since Randy Moss.
Since Randy
Moss. But
I think
the Patriots system, their coaching staff is the best coaching staff in the NFL.
Sure.
Everything they do is like 10 levels above everyone else's. That's why until they break that up, they're going to keep winning Super Bowls. I don't care. They're going to keep winning Super Bowls. But since Randy Moss, Brandon Cooks is no Randy Moss. Let's go and get that straight.
No, he isn't.
But he has an ability that the Patriots system never really had. And as long as Brandon Cooks plays the Patriot way, he's going to have numbers. And the Patriots don't care if they traded you for 2 first rounds. You don't play that Patriot way, you got to go, homie. You have to go. And that's what's amazing about the organization. They can plug in someone and make them the best player that ever lived in the NFL. And it's the system. They cater to their players to make their games work. We got Gronk. So guess what? We're going to start throwing the ball to tight ends. When they had Hernandez, they had a 2 tight end system that people were trying to catch up to. Yep. Then everybody wanted to draft or have the 2 tight end system because they had Gronk and Hernandez, and they were unstoppable. They were unstickable. Mm-hmm. So their learning curve is above the rest, and it hurts me to say that being a Packer fan.
Yeah, well,
it hurts me.
I mean, it hurts us too. Shit. So who's your number one pick at quarterback?
I'm gonna go with my man Aaron Rodgers.
Oh God, he assaulted the microphone.
Look, okay.
Go ahead. Oh Lord, here we go.
Brady's the GOAT. You can't take his rings from. He earned everything. My man went in, did his thing, 7th round pick, Mr. Whoever he was, blah, 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 to the GOAT. I mean, you can't take that from him. I respect that man, and I know all my Patriots fans I argue with every year. I know y'all hear me, and it's going to, I'm going to feel Devin, Mike Johnson. Aaron Rodgers is the most gifted, the most talented NFL quarterback in my lifetime. Now, I'm not that old, but in my lifetime. When you have NFL when you have NFL quarterbacks say, I don't know how he did that. That play he threw, that ball he threw to Cooks in the playoff game against Dallas. Mm-hmm. They said, is that the best throw you ever made? He was like, nah. That was actually a pretty badly thrown ball. but if you explain it, you let quarterbacks break it down. He was running to his left.
Yes.
1 foot on the ground and slung it like 35 yards on the line. Who does that?
He's got a hell of an arm.
And I hate to say it, he is the Packers team. If the Packers had a different quarterback, I'm pretty sure I'll be crying most of the time. Through the past couple of seasons, I'll be sitting in the back corner like this. I ain't gonna talk about your team because my team's the Packers. So, but I'm lying. I probably won't talk about your team. But Aaron Rodgers is the best thing when it comes to a quarterback, and other quarterbacks will say it. But he also took a page out of Brady's book when it comes to dieting and taking care of his body.
Hey, Howard,
yeah.
Shoney Pilgrim, that almost sounded believable, Howard. What? Mark, who's your number one pick at quarterback?
I'm with you, Brady.
Tom Brady?
Yeah, I mean, like
I hate you all.
He has so many targets, Gronk, when he's healthy. But when you mentioned Randy Moss, it made me think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Moss ever actually won a Super Bowl.
No.
Nope.
So even all that time with the Patriots, they set records. For some reason, even though he was like the best tandem, couldn't do it.
Somebody stuck that bubble gum on Tyree helmet. They caught that pass.
And that's a great point, Mark. That's a really good point. Really good point. All right, Jay. Who would you? Who's your number one quarterback in the league?
My favorite quarterback is actually hurt. I'm a Ravens fan, and I don't want to talk about him because I think he's getting old. Mm-hmm. I think he'll retire next year.
Who, Flacco?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. Flacco's not going in. He's not going anywhere, man. Flacco is the Ravens quarterback for the next 10 years.
All right, I'm going to come back. So that's who Jay would draft, number one, at quarterback position. I'm going to save Joe Flacco as kind of an addendum to our little quarterback round robin. So I have a question I want to raise about that in a minute. My number two pick for quarterbacks is Aaron Rodgers. All right, I'm giving you your props, dog. Like, he's got a brand new stud for the end zone, Martellus Bennett. He's consistently great. What do you think about this? What's that kid's name? Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams is a freak. I mean,
yeah.
When he came into the league, Devontae Adams was like, okay, this guy is not the fastest, but he runs great routes. He was an ideal Packer receiver. But his second year, man, that boy couldn't catch a cold. That boy couldn't catch a cold. I was like, I can't believe this. Like, I had all this hope that you're going to be the next great thing in Packers. But last year, man, some of the catches he made were unbelievable. His breakout year, his problem wasn't catching the hard balls. His problem was catching the easy balls that hit him directly in his hands. Anything he had to catch between like corners, a jump ball. I mean, he had problems catching some jump balls. It had to be a jump ball that he would catch that somebody was on his back and holding his ankle, and he would catch that one. Mm-hmm. But he wouldn't catch the one where he just ran past the corner and he threw the ball up and it was a great ball and he just dropped it. But the boy, last year was his breakout year, and I think from now it's just sky's the limit for him.
All right. Well, I think Aaron Rodgers has a lot of weapons for him to utilize, which makes for yardage and points. So that's my number 2 pick. Who do you have as number 2 for quarterback, Howard?
Number 2 quarterback. Oh man,
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
So we've already, sung Tom Brady's praises. So we're not going to waste any more breath on him. Mark, who's your number 2?
My number 2 is we had Tom Brady at number 1.
Yep.
And you got to go with the Super Bowl matchup, Matt Ryan.
Okay.
Dude only threw 7 interceptions last year, which give it up to Brady. 2 interceptions all year. That's crazy.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Damn.
He only threw
right.
He threw 3 in the playoffs. He threw more in those playoff games than he did all season, and he was up to like 10 games or so without a single interception.
Well, are we going to go there? Does hold the NFL record for most touchdowns and least interceptions in NFL right now.
But Matt Ryan, 7 interceptions, 38 touchdowns. He actually took more snaps than Brady and who was it? Big Ben. Last year. So
Matty Ice.
Got to go with the young guy.
All right, I like it.
Matty Ice isn't that young, let me tell you. But last year was a great year for the Falcons, man. The Falcons fans, they had a lot to look forward to. Sorry about that Super Bowl letdown, though, man. I'm telling you, that hurt me watching. I couldn't believe it. I was like, run the ball. Run the ball. Run the
ball. All right, Jay, who would you pick at number 2, second best quarterback?
I'm going to say Jameis Winston.
Okay, that is
you all a bit outside all day, aren't you?
But you know what? I respect that pick.
Jameis Winston got some weapons now.
Yeah, he does.
He got some
Evans.
This year they're going somewhere. I feel like
so why do you like Jameis Winston so much?
I like what he did in the preseason. Last year was a struggle year, but this preseason, he did his thing.
Have you been watching Hard Knocks?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Any of y'all been watching Hard Knocks?
Not yet. I've been trying to catch up on all these other movies.
Me too. There's so much going on right now. I've been trying, and I love my man Crab Legs. I love Crab Legs Winston. But all right, that's a good pick. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so let's do our number 3 pick. Okay, I went a little bit outside for my number 3 pick. I went with Marcus Mariota.
I was close to picking him too.
Okay, all right. I like what they're doing in Tennessee. They have Eric Decker. All right, got a little veteran presence there to go along with Rashard Matthews. I think Rashard Matthews is going to have an excellent season. I actually drafted him as one of my wide receivers. He's one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the NFL. He's got like a 61
and why is that?
Career completion percentage. What, short passes?
No, their running game is out of this world.
Yeah, and they have DeMarco Murray.
DeMarco Murray and Anthony and Henry.
Right.
And Henry.
And last year with the Titans, DeMarco Murray had some huge numbers.
He was like my second running back I took off the board, and my man kept me in every fantasy game last year.
And I don't know if you guys remember, but last year, what was it, like towards the end of this season, he fractured his fibula, and it put him down for the rest of the season.
Derek Carr, that was gonna be my next pick.
That's my
my next pick.
We'll talk about that too. So I think he's gonna bounce back from this injury and have a great season.
And a fibula is nothing. A fibula is it's not even a weight bearing bone.
That's like your leg though, right?
But it's not in a weight bearing bone. He was going to come back regardless. It wasn't a breaking a bone is a bone heals faster than a ligament. So if you break a bone, you're like, oh damn, like oh yeah, I broke a bone. So it's okay. But at the time he broke that bone, it was horrible because I think they could have beat the Patriots in that game. They was using Cook and they was still in the game in the third quarter. So with Derek Carr as your quarterback, he was gonna sling that rock, and it was a few passes they would have completed. The Raiders would have beat the Patriots that game, but that was what if. It's a what if thing. It's a new year. So Derek Carr, he would be my next pick of quarterback. He would be my backup quarterback, truthfully, because I'm pretty sure.
Number 3.
Huh? Yeah, number 3. Because Brady was going to be off the board.
Okay.
So Carr would be my next backup pick.
All right. Your number 3 ranking quarterback
For
the league.
I'm going with a bit of a sleeper here.
Okay.
He's got to stay healthy. Carson Palmer.
Okay.
He's got a bunch of new weapons. They have 2 new rookies. Chad Williams. Yeah, from Grambling. He's looked really good.
Oh, yeah, that guy that we talked about last week. Yes.
He looked really good in preseason. So, again, it's staying healthy, but he could put up some great stats.
Okay. All right. I like it. All right. Who's your third favorite?
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr. You know, and I like Derek Carr, too. I kind of struggled between that. He's like my sleeper pick. And when I was doing my research as far as like the rankings are concerned, he's like on the lower end of the top 10, which is kind of surprising to me.
Oh, he's still an unproven enigma.
Ah, jeez, unproven enigma. He got you 12 games last season.
Yeah, but unproven enigma. I mean,
unproven enigma was Colin Kaepernick. I mean, seriously, somebody who came in halfway through the season, you know, due to combination of luck and skill, I'm going to say that. Blew it out of the water.
I think it was the coaching.
And coaching.
I think the coaching played a lot.
Derek Carr gave you a full season of goodness.
Yeah, I'm not debating that, but that's one season. Now,
Okay.
I'm going to pick him because I'm also a Raiders fan. So I'm going to pick him because I watch the games and I pay attention. He is probably the next gifted quarterback in the NFL. You know, Jameis Winston is great. I like Jameis Winston, but Derek Carr, man, if you watch some of his games last year, even his rookie year, you were like, holy crap, dude, who is this guy? Where did he come from? Ask the Ravens.
Jay, what do you like so much about Derek Carr?
I like the way he throws the ball and stay in the pocket. He's a pocket passer.
Okay, that's what West Coast offense is all about, right?
And they got Marshawn Lynch. You know, everybody's forgetting about Big Ben. Big Ben got Brian back. He got Le'Veon Bell, and he still got Antonio Brown.
Would you say that that's a sleeper pick?
I don't think it's a sleeper. If you're a fantasy person and you realize what Pittsburgh has, if you're a football guy and you realize what Pittsburgh has a chance to be the top offense in the NFL.
It does.
You know, you can't stick Antonio Brown. You can put 2 people on him. He's still going to get loose.
And now that you have Martavius Bryant, that it's like you can't double team him.
And that's not even including the some of the other receivers they had that were pretty good. And then that tight end, I forget what's his name. He came from San Diego. He came and hurt, but he started playing a little bit at the end of the year. But he's a beast too.
Okay.
So he may be a sleeper pick as a tight end. But man, I mean the Steelers are going to be scary for offense.
Oh, they always are. Mark, do you have a sleeper pick at quarterback?
Carson Palmer. That was my number 3 pick. Yeah.
Okay, I would say that's a good sleeper pick as well. All right, well that's a wrap for the quarterbacks. Let's move on to the running back position, you guys. I think this can also be, up for some pretty good debate.
That's wide open. This is a lot of good running backs.
This is a good one. So we're going to start with Jay. Who would you say is the number 1 running back in the National Football League?
Ezekiel Elliott.
Ezekiel Elliott. Okay, now let me ask you this. So, Ezekiel Elliott has a 6-game suspension looming over his head, which he currently appealed. Okay? Now, let's say the ruling... Well, okay, so... Alright, let's discuss this really quickly. Right, is this going to go the Tom Brady route where it gets dragged out and he gets to play a whole season and not have to face the consequences until next season? Or, I mean...
I think the NFL learned their lesson with the Tom Brady thing. And Zeke, he's probably going to sit. He may get it reduced at 4 games, but he's going to sit. And
you even think that's going to come down swiftly?
It's already came down.
They did?
No, well, not the appeal.
Okay,
Because that's the 29th, right? That's we heard the 29th. But this is one of the things that NFL have actually learned from. That hey, we saw all the evidence, we saw all the videos, we saw the text messages, we saw everything, and we're still going to suspend you for 6 games because we see a pattern. Now, does the NFL have that much power? Maybe not. But it is their league, and if they feel that pattern is happening, why let it happen again and he end up?
They're gonna make an example. They're gonna make an example out of Ezekiel.
Yeah, they're making them example. They're showing that any type of form of battery is not
domestic
tolerated.
Violence.
Yeah, domestic violence it won't be tolerated. So, and again, it's one of the big name teams. I mean, Jerry Jones isn't happy. I mean, he's not happy at all. I'm pretty sure he texts Goodell like, blip, blip, you mother, blip, blip, blip. I can't believe you did it.
Well, I think this will be a good chance for them to take a step towards some uniformity, you know, as far as how they handle these domestic violence situations, because it really shouldn't be handled on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah.
You know, so, but back to running backs. Mark, who's your number one guy?
I mentioned him earlier, LaShawn McCoy, Buffalo
Okay.
Bills. Like I said, I think Tyrod Taylor isn't being given enough weapons, so they're going to have to rely heavily on their running game.
Okay. Who you got, Howard?
Like I said, I can go either way. I'm gonna go Le'Veon Bell because he's coming in fresh. I'm pretty sure he's not playing any preseason games. He's sitting out for a while just to prove a point.
Yeah, he's got this contract.
It's
thing
not even.
going down.
Truthfully, it's not. He just got a.
What it is?
They offered him like look, and I read somewhere that they offered him 5 years, about 12, 13 million, and he turned it down.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine, but his contract isn't up till next year. So they franchise tagged him. He just hasn't signed the deal. He's franchise tagged. There's nothing he can do about that. You know, he can sit out as long as he wants. As long as he comes back, I think he still got, when he has 10 games left end of the year, and he as long as he comes back around that time, if they put him on the field or not, you know, he'll still get paid. But you know, you make a stand, and I respect it. I mean, you make a stand like, hey, I'm only gonna get one giant contract as a running back, and the NFL has proven that they're not giving running backs giant contracts anymore, especially at the end of their careers. They're like, yeah, we got 2 running backs gonna do what you do, so you can go. So you know, I think it's his body. He's sticking it out, but the NFL isn't really made for their players to stick it out. Man, he has the quality, the skills level to do that, and they're going to listen to him. Like, they offered him, and they can't believe that he turned it down. But Le'Veon Bell's my first pick because he'll catch the ball. He's shown that even when the passing game isn't working, you give him the ball, he's going to run for 200 on any defense. Any defense. I have not seen a defense that say, hey, we stopped Le'Veon Bell. Like, yeah, you slowed him down. He had 89 rushing yards and 47 receiving yards that game and 2 touchdowns. So.
All right, you guys. Look, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to continue our running back discussion. And we're going to get into some wide receiver talk as well. So, it's Monday night. Just a bit outside. Draft special. Don't go anywhere.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
Do yourself a favor and listen to this hilarious flashback on Charm City Direct Radio Show.
You know me. I eat like this all the time. Do I gain any weight? No, at all. You can have my belly right now. I'm giving away body parts. Somebody said they need a butt. Somebody said they
I
need
can use a
butt.
little extra tissue, Daddy.
I can pop it right now.
He out here giving out butt cheek donations.
Hey everybody, it's your girl, the magical glow getter herself, Anissa Maureen, co-host of the Charm City Direct Radio Show. Catch me and the rest of my team every Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show.
I'm just thankful this year I've dealt with, some growing pains, and I've overcome some things, and I've also, accomplished some things in the process. I've learned some things. I learned that everybody loves your work until they got to pay for it. That's what I learned. I learned everybody loves what you do.
The pay?
I mean,
not always.
Listen, the Bible says money answereth all things.
Well,
okay, and there is a place. There is a place where finances is necessary. Yeah. And when you got kids and when you got a wife and then you doing everything and you top dog at what you do, especially when you weren't in the same place, like with this radio show, you ain't in the same place.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the Just a Bit Outside NFL Draft Special. I am your host, Kescia, and I got the fellas in here live and direct tonight, man. Really animated, fun conversation going on. Fellas, let's continue our running back discussion. Just really quickly, I'm going to go let you guys know my number one pick for running back, and it is David Johnson of the Arizona Cardinals. Why are you shaking your head?
You can't go wrong with that. That's like if you have a chance to pick David Johnson and you don't draft him, just go sit down. You don't belong in the league right now.
Shots fired. That's what we do.
He was second in TDs last year too.
Huh?
He was second in rushing touchdowns last year.
Yeah, and you know what the crazy thing is? People are saying he hasn't even peaked yet.
Not even peaked.
24,
That's
25.
Scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what I really like, and it's a little thing, but it's going to make a huge difference. He has changed up his eating habits and his diet.
That's a trend in the NFL.
Yep.
I mean, if you heard all the years, what you put in your body is what your body's going to be. I know I attempted in my lifetime to try to eat healthy and things like that, but my life doesn't really... It's not conducive to me.
Hey.
I'm not saying that if I tried harder I could get there, but it's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL players, their body makes their money.
Absolutely.
So they have to take their focus in to make sure their diet is right. So building muscle, training, recovering from injury, recovering from the game. Mm-hmm. Make sure nothing is stopping that whole cycle of happen, ATP, meiosis, mitosis, all that good stuff we go and all that. So I think it's smart. I think every NFL player, if you're banking on $1 million, that your body should be the focus. Your body is your job.
Absolutely.
Almost like strippers. Your body is your job.
Oh, well, he eliminated meat from his diet, and he's feeling the effects from it. He said he feels lighter, more energized. I mean, this guy is looking to be the third player in NFL history to accumulate 1,000 rushing and receiving yards in a single season. And that's serious. You know what I mean? And in order to do so, he's going to need about at least 30 touches a game. And if you get that many touches, you're going to get some points.
He's a horse.
You get that many touches, you're going to get some points.
He was the bright spot for the Cardinals last year.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. So that's my number one running back. So really quickly, round robin, starting with Howard. Who do you have as number two?
Jay Ajayi.
Okay, Miami.
Now, Miami. So
yes,
I mean, I could have went to David Johnson. We just talked about him, so I want to do somebody different. So Jay Ajayi, I think he runs the angriest in the NFL right now. He runs like I'm mad at everybody. He runs like you just smacked my mama and I gotta come take care of this. Like running. I mean, he's angry all. You can if you watch his highlights and look at his face while he's running, it seemed like he's cringing or like someone just bit him. Like he's angry like the whole time. And you collide with him, it's like his body's saying yeah. But you know, that's my second pick. I don't want to keep too much of the show because I can go.
Keep going, Mark.
Actually, I agree. That was my second pick, J.J.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's your second pick?
Terrence West from the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay. And what do you like about Terrence West?
I like that he's straight from Baltimore.
Haha. Homer.
And even though he's a little guy, he tends to go head up with the biggest player. Even though he might lose it, but
Isn't Terrence West like 200 and something pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not low guy.
He a short, like 5'9", 5'10". Yeah.
Okay. My number 2 pick is Devontae Freeman for the Atlanta Falcons.
But you know he's hurt right now. Got a local
Yeah, he is hurt right now. And there's another thing. Tevin Coleman did really well with Atlanta last year. He did.
That's my
okay.
That's my sleeper.
I'm a little wary of putting Freeman at number 2, but I landed on it because I mean he's still a beast. I feel like him and Coleman will continue to split touches, and I believe Freeman saw 25 less touches last year.
Oh, Coleman
because of Coleman.
Man, every time Coleman touched the ball last year. I mean, he did something with it. So if you're in the PPR league, like I had Coleman last year, and I actually started him a lot with Devontae Freeman.
I did. I had
because I knew one of them was going to get me a lot of points, and the other one was going to get me some strong points, like 12 points that game. But most of the time, both of them were in the 20s. They both was always 20 points a week. I'm giving out my secrets. Shout out to Hot and Spicy Tuna League.
Freeman just landed the 4-year, $41 million extension. So clearly, Atlanta believes in this guy, and he'll continue to carry the bulk of the load. But we'll see how the relationship with Coleman works out as the season goes along. Number 2 picks. Who's next?
Wasn't that number 2?
Yeah, we're number 3 right now.
Oh, we're on number 3. Yeah. Oh, sorry, guys. All right, number 3. Let's go. Howard.
DeMarco Murray.
All right. Why that?
Because he's consistent. I mean, he split. He's probably going to get less touches this year with Henry coming into age. Henry's going to be the next Tennessee big running back. But DeMarco Murray, man, last year, it was not one of my picks that people looked at me like, why? And I was like, you haven't watched any preseason games? So he murdered last year.
He had a great season with the Titans.
Murdered last year. So
good pick.
I'm a loyalist.
Okay. All right, Mark, what you got for number 3?
I'm actually repeating one of your picks, David Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cardinals, number 2 rushing touchdowns. Can't argue that.
That's legit.
When you're looking at fantasy, though, I do think his 5 fumbles could be an issue. But those are for the leagues that take points off for fumbles. You don't want to worry about that.
My league, you lose 2 points for that. So yeah. All right, Jay, who you got?
I want to go with Jamal Charles.
Jamal Charles.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you were way outside on these things, baby.
See, actually, ESPN reported today that the next Broncos preseason game, it's a one-and-done deal. If he doesn't do well, they might cut him.
Poof. Yeah. Woo, really?
Apparently, things aren't going good for him in Denver.
Well, he's
what the hell is going on with him?
He's struggling with his recovery. I mean, he hasn't really been in the field, and he had. Look, that man caught a lot of bad luck. I mean, he at one point he was the most dangerous running back in the NFL and the smallest. And ACL. So
yeah, that's rough.
It's rough.
It is. Okay, my 3rd pick, I went with Le'Veon Bell. I would have gone with him a little higher in the rankings, but this whole off-season drama, he hasn't played any football at all in the off-season. he's going to get off to a slow start. You guys, when we come back, we're going to talk wide receivers, so don't go anywhere. We're going to give you those picks. Have you set for your draft? Just a bit outside, Monday night.
Time for flashback.
And I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know, but
it's just the one you had. That was just
a big long one, you know. But it's always something that you can
go ahead. So can you recollect any signs that you might like get right?
October 15th or 16th. What is that?
And Libras.
See, I've had some good Libras and I had one really bad Libra, but he was white, so he his back anyway. So I don't.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Demonstrate. You got to demonstrate the back.
No. Ain't no way.
Not the nerve. How they bust? Boy, show how they bust.
And then want to cry afterwards. I mean, what the f*** is the point of the tears? I mean, I can see you shake, yeah, and shake it off real quick. But you crying? F*** out of here.
What was he crying for?
Cause baby, this pussy make that. You in? I got that good nasty bitch. The shade.
McLean's Couch every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. So how important is it for you to have an organization like that and having a child of your own? How does that influence your ability to do the Impact organization?
It influences a lot. It's a little bit challenging because a lot of times people will say, oh, like, you have to practice what you preach, right? So if I'm telling my daughter and I'm raising her under the impact principles and I'm telling other mothers to do this, I have to do the same thing with my child, which is kind of testy a little bit, but I see a lot of development with her. Her leadership, she's only 4. And when I say she has some awesome leadership qualifications, I mean awesome. It's little things that we can observe with our kids, right?
Right.
For instance, when we take them to the park, she brings out a toy, and other people wants to play with them. But she's only child, by the way. She's not going to say, no, you can't play. Only play with this person. She takes the leader in the upper road and be like, okay, well, let's all take turns. So everybody get in the line. Okay, now you go first. Okay, now you go first. And she makes herself last. And that's what I want to see, that's what I would like to see in all kids. And she's only 4. And when I see those leadership qualifications, of course I have to praise her. Because I'm like, awesome, London, you're being a really good leader. So, it's amazing, and it works. I mean, it really works, my child. And I'm not saying she's a perfect child, because there's no such thing as a perfect child. But when you instill impact...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, welcome back, you guys. Just a bit outside, the draft special, our very first draft special, man.
So I take people money.
Yeah, and we are chopping it up and having some pretty good conversation. I hope you guys have been taking your notes because we're giving you some good stuff here tonight. Giving you some good stuff. So, let's keep it moving. Let's go on to our next category, which is wide receivers. Howard, do me a favor. Close that door, brother. Thanks, sir. All right, so all of the excellent, wonderful wide receivers. There's a lot of talent out there. Mark, who did you pick as number 1?
I'm going to make Howard really happy here. Jordy Nelson.
Really?
1,200 plus yards.
All he do is puts up touchdowns, baby.
Just a bit outside.
All he do is put up touchdowns.
Okay.
That's a fantasy pick right there. That man thought about it.
Absolutely.
Continue.
He's arguably Aaron Rodgers' number 1 target on the field. Like I just said, over 1,200 yards last year. If you're looking at fantasy numbers, he's what you want.
Okay. I'm kind of surprised at your number one pick. That's good. All right, Howard.
No, as much as I enjoy talking to Ravens fans directly, but I'm going to go ahead and say this real strong, like Antonio Brown. He murdered y'all last year in the playoffs. No, not in the playoffs. To get into the playoffs, he reached out and touched the holy ground to send y'all home crying.
Ravens fans, y'all let me know if you want Howard to come back on Just a Bit Outside Radio. You know, we can take a poll on that. Maybe take a poll on the page.
Well, I pick Antonio because he's a fantasy pick. The man touches the ball all the time. Screen game, punt game. I forget he returned punts still, and that still blows my mind because he's a top wide receiver in the NFL, and they usually don't want to put their guys in punt return and get them hurt, but he still does it. And even when someone has great coverage, he's still open. He's like, you're like, oh, how did he catch that? He just has it. He has it.
And to go along with what Howard says, I mean, as far as points are concerned, I mean, the guy scores at least 10 points a game in 70% of his games in the last 4 seasons. So, I mean, he's legit good for at least 10 points. You know, you can count on him for that. And, you know, as I said earlier in the show, with the addition of Bryant, you know, where last season you would double team Antonio Brown, you're not going to be able to do that this year. And, you know, I know Antonio Brown's eyes are like huge right now. Like, he's going into this season like, yo, it's about to be Christmas time. And we're going to Sizzler.
And don't forget, they can dance in the end zone this year. Yeah. So my man gonna get his.
And you know, when you talk about consistency, you can't get more consistent than this. He's had 4 straight 100 catch seasons. Now, if you're in a PPR league, you love it. You love it.
It's just smart money.
Yeah. So that's my number 1 pick at wide receiver. Howard, kick it off with number 2.
I do my best in fantasy to be disciplined and not pick Packers players all the time.
Oh, no.
So
go ahead.
I'm going to skip Jordy Nelson because I do my best to be disciplined. I don't want to be that guy to pick everybody on the team that I like. My number 2 pick, and I think he's going to have a breakout year, Amari Cooper for the Raiders.
Okay. That's an interesting pick. Okay.
He always starts strong, but then he tails off at the end of the year. But this year, he changed his workout up, changed some things. He said he's not going to be the nice wide receiver everyone loves in the league. He said he's going to go mad dog on these guys this year. He ain't playing no games, people. That's what he said. That's what he's going to do. So I'm going to take him. And, you know, he's another receiver that really, he actually can't be stopped either. I have not seen the NFL team shut him down.
Okay. All right. Who you got number 2?
Number 2, actually, agree with your number 1, Antonio Brown.
Okay.
Like you were saying, consistency, almost 1,300 yards last season, first in touchdowns, receptions at 12, I believe, last year. The dude puts up numbers.
Okay. All right. I'm going to keep it 100. My number 2 is Julio Jones. All right. Since we don't is Megatron playing?
No.
Okay. All right. With the exception of Megatron, I mean, this guy's size and strength. I mean, he puts himself in a mismatch situation 90% of the time.
This is true.
Yeah. I don't believe that there's anybody out there that can create separation who's more physical, you know.
But one thing about Julio, he plays the decoy a lot in their offense. And that's a good thing to win. And he said he doesn't mind doing it to win, to get other people open. So that's one of the reasons why he's not that high on my draft board. Because he doesn't mind. He's like, oh, I'm going to get the ball. I just don't need it all the time.
But when he gets the ball, he makes it count.
Who's going to stop me?
Yeah, he makes it count. I mean, Hey, in 2015, he had the second highest single season total in NFL history. You know, last season, 83 catches, 1,400 yards, over 1,400 yards. I mean, this guy, he's still a monster. And, you know, with the size, you know, he's hard to tackle and, he's hard to keep up with. So that's my number 2 pick. Let's round it out. Number 3 pick, Mark, what you got?
My number 3 pick was Odell Beckham Jr.
That's shots fired.
Right, shots fired, yo.
That's shots fired and low.
That's what we do.
For the numbers I dug up, he had
got what he said.
He had 1,367 yards last year, 10 touchdowns, 20 plays for 20-plus yards. However, tonight against the Browns, he took a high hit on the leg, possible ankle sprain, high ankle sprain, which are hard to recover from.
Yes, they are.
And he's being evaluated for concussion as well.
We need to see that hit, man. If he got hit that hard, we need to see that hit.
He made an 18-yard reception, just bam, from a Cleveland Brown. Who the hell gets put out by a Brown?
Don't sleep on the Browns this year, man. I'm telling you, don't sleep on the Browns this year.
So since OBJ is going to be out for a while, it appears I'm going to throw out my honorable mention. Keenan Reynolds of the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to say you don't want to take him right.
Despicable. That's just despicable.
You don't want to take him right now, but once there's injuries, the dude, in preseason so far, he is a done kick returner.
Okay.
And he's definitely got the coach's attention. And as injuries pile up, and it happens throughout the NFL season, he's going to be put in more and more. And about mid-season, when you're looking for someone, he's going to have steady production. I do believe at the wide receiver role.
Very intriguing.
That should be your dog horse.
Pick of the night.
That should be your dog horse. Yeah.
All right, you guys, I'm going to throw my number 3 pick.
But I'm going to respect that pick.
My number 3 pick is Mike Evans of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that one either.
Yeah. I think that Mike is going to reap the benefits of another year of maturation for Jameis Winston. They've been saying a lot of good things about him, especially with the Hard Knocks series on HBO. It allows everyone, to highlight the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Mike Evans, he is up there, and I'm big on stats, and he has the opportunity, and he's going to be in good company with this one. If he gets 1,000 yards this season, he will be among the likes of Randy Moss and AJ Green to be the only receivers in NFL history to have at least 1,000 yards in each of their first 4 seasons. And to me, that's pretty cool. That's pretty tight. And his average, his yardage has increased every year.
Somebody we have got to give the proper respect to.
Who's that?
AJ Green, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a lot of talent at the wide receiver position. You can spread the love around. Odell Beckham Jr. is walking around saying he should be the highest paid person in the NFL, and he didn't make our top 30 list.
Well, he says that for the reason of he is right now the most marketable thing in the NFL.
True that. But as I was doing my research, there was a lot of speculation whether somebody should take him at number 1 overall.
Well,
not now.
Well, you still got some preseason games left, so
it's fired. That's what we do.
It's not emergency. The world is coming to an end for Odell Beckham. No, it's not. It's not. You still got another preseason game. You got some time from the hill and things like that.
But see, my thing about Odell Beckham Jr., when you're talking about fantasy, Eli Manning comes along with that. You know how I feel about Eli Manning, Mark. I mean, honestly, in order for Odell to get points, Manning's got to be throwing the ball.
But you know something? Eli Manning is a product of his offensive line.
Okay.
And he's probably one of the only, I'm not moving out this pocket,
quarterback in the league next to Carson Palmer.
What about Joe Flacco?
Joe Flacco can move. Oh, I didn't say he moves well, but he moves.
Okay.
He moves. Manny will sit there and sit there and sit there and sit there. I'm going to take this sack because I don't see anyone open. Sit there. So that's why, and this offensive line has been bad for the past 2 years. It has been proven. You give Eli some time, he's going to slice you up.
Okay.
Now, am I saying that I like Eli Manning? No. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying that it's proving. And any NFL quarterback, if you give some time, even the class of Eli Manning, I think he's a second tier, almost third tier quarterback because of his time in the league. But he's proven he can get the job done. You just got to protect him a little longer.
Okay. And I don't care how bad he is this year. The only thing that matters to me is those 2 Super Bowls he took out the Patriots.
Hey.
Patriot killer.
Right.
Including the undefeated season team.
Oh, that was probably the best one. Actually, that was the last time I ever saw an Eli Manning move.
Shots fired. That's what we do. That was good. All right, where are we? Did we wrap? Does that wrap up our wide receiver?
I'll give you my third one.
Okay, good.
I'm going to go with Devontae Adams. I think he's going to have a big year.
Okay.
I think Jordy Nelson's going to do Jordy Nelson.
I asked you about him earlier.
I think Devontae Adams, he's going to come out murdering these boys, man. He has 3 years on him. Rodgers loves him.
Yeah.
And
really quickly, before we go into the next category, I wanted to ask this quick question. This is about the home team. This is about the Ravens. It's about Joe Flacco because we just said Joe Flacco and triggered something in my head. Now, with the addition of Jeremy Maclin and we have Mike Wallace, is this the season that Joe Flacco puts up some real fantasy numbers?
Who's playing the offensive line for you?
Oh, man.
I'm just saying. I mean, if you don't give Joe Flacco has been hit enough. He said, look, I'm not sitting in his pocket all day.
Mm-hmm.
I will run to the left or right and throw this ball away. Now, does he have some receivers that can get some separation now this year? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't care how much separation you can get if your offensive line ain't blocking for you.
Yep.
It just ain't going to make it.
So you're in agreement, Mark?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the O-line's been our chief
Achilles
complaint
heel.
For
and you know what I've been saying about them, too?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And they keep on dropping like flies this preseason. So
right. We've had a lot of injuries. They've had a lot of shuffling around. People not playing their natural position.
Yeah, I think it's like 7 people that got injured.
Yeah.
So after y'all mathematician MIT guy retired, he was like, you know something? I love my brain. I'm leaving.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't mad at you, baby.
But I will say Flacco's biggest issue too is he does the play, whatever he's given. He doesn't audible, and he'll try to do exactly what the play is drawn up.
How many years has he been in the league?
7, 8 now.
What in the hell?
Well,
that should be a WTF in itself.
Hey. Doesn't y'all Ravens fan call him the best quarterback in the NFL?
Wait a minute. Whoa.
Elite.
That's the term I'm looking for. An elite quarterback.
Hey, elite quarterback. If you won a Super Bowl, you are an elite quarterback. You can't deny that. Is he the best quarterback in the NFL? Hell to the no. And I'm a Ravens fan till I bleed it.
Do you really give that term elite quarterback to any quarterback? That
the proof is in the pudding.
Trent Dilfer.
Up until recently, consistently gone to the playoffs. Right off the gate. He hit the ground running. But my thing with Joe Flacco is he has not matured. What the hell? He still looks like the same Joe Flacco from 4 years ago.
Because y'all had a defense.
Right. But that's what I'm about to say. When a defense isn't that, number one, kick your ass defense, man, it shows. You know what I mean? Like, I always say, when Joe Flacco throws a ball in the air, are you looking at that like, yeah, that's going to be a completion? Or are you looking at that like...
He throws probably one of the best deep balls in the NFL.
Yeah, he does. 70 yards.
Yeah, but his accuracy, to me, is for shit.
The short passes. Any deep ball, I'll give him his props on his deep passes. Short passes, medium range passes,
they're a little questionable.
He's not accurate enough for me.
If he throw the ball, it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It depends on who he throw it to. Because it's like he had faith in certain receivers.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying, like, with this kind of receiving core that we have right now, is this going to be the year?
I think Macklin is going to be a sleeper.
I was going to say, I think this might be the year where Joe just might put some numbers up. Yeah, if we can get that O-line together, we might actually see. I actually saw a bold prediction. You know how people like to do those bold predictions that Joe Flacco would have the most yardage this season. All right, y'all heard the music. Y'all know what it means. We got to take a little break. When we come back, we are going to round out this discussion really quickly with tight ends. And y'all don't go nowhere. Just a bit outside.
Just a bit.
A little bit.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice Products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice Products today.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show.
Focus on the word take for a moment.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I mean, when I begin to just, think about take. When you taking something. Yes, we think about, the possession and grab and hold, but when you taking something on, you're capturing it, you're securing it, and you become impregnated with that.
Wow.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
As busy as you are, because they're good at itemizing their time and they actually have a passion for what they do. One of the biggest lessons that I learned, I get to say this on Weird, was finding people who are not only interested in doing what you need to get done, but people who have a passion for it, because that will eliminate the idea of people just working for a paycheck. Right. Because when people sign up for a paycheck, we all had jobs where we slacked off, where we stole away in a little storage room.
Fell asleep.
Thank you.
I saw a meme the other day that had Bart Simpson and the little...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Just a Bit Outside on Be Exposed Radio. It's the final stretch. Woo! It's been quite a night, quite a conversation about NFL fantasy.
Yes, yes.
Real quick update: the O's are still leading, but it's 6-3 now in the 8th. So they better hold on.
Yeah.
Is Brayton off the DL? Or did they just haven't been using him?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah.
All right, well, look, really quickly, we're going to continue this. Last round is going to be a lightning round. Tight ends, your pick, number one pick. Let's go around. Howard.
Got to go with Gronk, man.
Agreed.
Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham, nice.
Oldie but goodie.
Gronk. I said Gronk as well. To me, it's hard to go against Gronk. I mean, he is coming off that disc surgery.
He only played like 10 games last year, I think.
Yeah, but remember how we were talking about body conditioning, dieting, and whatnot. He's taken a different approach to training this season. He has gotten up with Tom Brady's body coach, whatever that is. But yeah, so this body coach has a theory that the best way for Gronk to kind of rehab and get ready to play football this season is to actually play live football. So, for the first time since 2012, this past, I believe, they played Saturday or Sunday, over the weekend, Gronk played in his first preseason game.
Wow.
And I think that's a pretty good approach. I'm not really a big fan of people sitting out and not playing in the preseason. To me, you got to get them hits in, get them reps in, get that body going, get that blood flowing. But I've heard a lot of good things about Jimmy Graham too.
All I know is if Gronk's jumping in the WWE ring and having fun and being crazy and everything, he better be able to last the season.
Strong words from my owner.
But back to Jimmy Graham. I heard he lost some weight as well and is slimmer, faster.
Oh, yeah.
He was never known for his blocking, so it's good.
He had 6 touchdowns last year, among the higher totals for tight ends, 923 yards. Again, if we're talking fantasy, that's solid numbers. That's someone that is going to be consistent and put points up for your team.
Do you have a sleeper pick for tight end?
Not necessarily a sleeper, but my third is Greg Olsen, Carolina.
Yeah, man.
That's Greg my Olsen. Third as well. Who'd you have at number 2?
Gronk.
Oh, who's your number 1?
Graham.
Oh, that's right. Okay, all right. And what about you?
My number 2 is Greg Olsen.
Okay.
My sleeper pick is that guy Tony Henry from San Diego.
Okay, I've heard a lot about him.
Yeah.
Heard a lot about him.
L.A.
Yeah.
What about you? Second and third.
I don't have one.
Okay. All right. Well, my number 3 is Greg Olsen. He's consistently fantastic, but he's getting up there in age, and he's up there. He's battle tested. He's taken a lot over the past year, so I shifted him down to number 3. My number 2 is Tyler Eifert with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, he just can't stay healthy, man.
I know. This is me crossing my fingers. Because I believe I drafted him on my team. If he can stay healthy, I think him and Andy Dalton will get it in. What about over there in Wisconsin? You're brand new tight end. What's up with him?
Like I said, I try to do my best not to pick too many Packers because I don't want to be that fantasy guy that you look at your roster and you have all these Packers players that when the bye week comes, you're on a waiver wire doing work. We all know fantasy is won in the second half of the year.
Yeah.
So your bench needs to be a quality enough to substitute for your starters. And I think this is when fantasy people tend to forget. They'll pick their starting group and I'm good. I don't need to focus too much. Let me start drinking more. Let me take these shots. I'm at this draft party. Let me get these wings. Let me go. Whatever they do when they drink the beer nonstop. Whatever it's called. Shotgun a beer. But you got people on this round I'm gonna pick this guy because I know his bye week is this week and his week is this week. So you gotta focus. You gotta stay focused.
All right, y'all. You hear the music, and there you have it. The Just a Bit Outside Draft Special. We thank you guys for hanging in, listening, taking notes. Hey, listen, take our advice if you want to win. If you want to be a winner this year.
You want to be a baller.
Well, you guys at Just a Bit Outside, we like to end our night on a good note. And tonight, we would like to wish happy birthday to the Usain Bolt. 31 years old. Happy birthday, brother. Baltimore, spread love, yo.
You got time for shout-outs?
And the front man of Pearl Jam, Eddie Vedder, got a quote here. It's a crazy world, so sports and athletics and music can be a form of escapism.
Howard, one shout-out.
Man, I'm gonna shout myself out. I gotta do I got a new emergency management company that I'm doing pretty well right now. It's called Zoss Emergency Management. I feel I wouldn't do myself any justice if I didn't put my company out. So
well done, brother. All right,
thank
y'all. Y'all have a good one. Just a bit outside.
Oh!
Did you get that?
I think it went right above it.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head